All right, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. How do I sound? How do I sound to everybody? How do I sound to everybody? Got 3 people in here so far. Welcome everybody to the first live stream reaction of 2025 here on the channel. I am the American F1 fan, Eric Ringle, and we are here for the Australian Grand Prix. We are about 30 minutes away. Thank you to all who are joining me from my TikTok channel, who are all joining me from my YouTube channel, from subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much. Got a goal set up here. Let me. So I got a goal set up. If you guys want to support the channel, you guys got a couple ways to do that. You guys can subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We try to do every single race weekend. This is a special one, obviously, because it's the first race weekend of the year. You can subscribe if you're new. Hit that like button. And then also, if you guys want to super chat throughout the race, I will read your super chats out on air. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers too, so I want to thank everybody who's subscribed to the channel so far. We've got 7 viewers on the channel already. Let me know where you guys are watching from in the comments section down below as we're getting ready to get started with this race. Wow, Liam Lawson starting from pit lane. Did not know that was did not know that was a thing today. So how is everybody doing today? Ah, that big guy Matt watching from West Virginia, up just as late as I am. It's 11:30 by where you're watching at 10:30 here in Texas. Thank you so much for that guy, Big Matt, joining the live stream. So, if you guys have been watching the broadcast on ESPN, the grid walk, it is raining in Australia, and this is, if you guys watched my prediction video, I did talk about the fact that they were expecting rain this weekend in Australia. A lot of teams sacrifice setup and qualifying. Ferrari is one of them that we heard from yesterday. Ferrari talked about how they basically made for a wet setup for today's race, and that was overheating their tires in that last sector, and that really I think cost them in qualifying, where they're sitting 7th and 8th. Charles and Lewis really kind of hampered them in qualifying, but hoping for it to pay off in the race setting. Obviously, you've got the McLaren starting on the front row. You've got George Russell, Max Verstappen starting 3rd and 4th. I may actually have that reversed. Max is starting 3rd. George is starting 4th. Yuki Tsunoda. What I mean, this guy, I have become more and more of a Yuki Tsunoda fan. Like, my team is Haas, and it always will be, but like, Yuki Tsunoda has become my favorite driver. And sorry, I was just reading something on my phone. Yuki Tsunoda has continually done everything he can to show Red Bull that they were the ones that made the mistake and who they put in that second seat. And Liam Lawson, who basically qualified 18th yesterday, who is now starting from pit lane, who they've had to make changes to that car. It's disgusting. to see Liam Lawson basically qualifying, way lower than even Sergio Perez, I think would have qualified yesterday had Sergio still been in the car. You know, it, and I'm not saying that Liam Lawson is going to be an absolute failure at Red Bull. I'm just saying though that when you think about it, Liam Lawson was supposed to be coming into this team and was going to be way better. They were going to be, qualifying better. They were going to be racing better. And so far, we have just not seen it yet. So, I'll be interested to see, if Liam Lawson can kind of make some kind of comeback today during the race. I mean, he's going to, like I said, he's going to be starting from pit lane. So basically last on the field. He's going to have to do something. And we know that things can happen, especially in wet weather races. I mean, God knows anything can happen in wet weather races. We saw it last year in Brazil towards the end of the season. We saw Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly of Alpine finish 2 and 3 on the podium, and it propelled Alpine to a sixth place finish in the constructor standings over Haas. So, I mean, anything is legitimately possible in this race today. So let's go over. I'm going to pull up. So what it looks like, from what I can tell, is Bierman and Lawson are both going to start from pit lane. That's what it looks like, at least to me, is they're both going to be starting from pit lane. There we go. Just trying to fix that screen there real quick. So yeah, so it looks like Liam Lawson and Ollie Bierman are going to both start from pit lane. Ollie made probably the most sense in the world after just everything that has happened this weekend. Martin Brundle getting ready to do his grid walk here. If you guys got any questions, any comments, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll try to get to your comment. Just trying to get just trying to get my screens all set up behind me for what'll show up for you guys. Again, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It would help me out immensely. If we hit the goal, I believe. Let me see what the goal is. So I set up. I don't know what that means. Let me look here because I've set up a goal. Okay, never mind. All right, so if we can get at least 5 super chats of at least $5 or more, I'll stay on for an extra hour after the race, and we'll do a Q&A and do kind of a review. So let's see. That guy Big Matt. Let's see. I was talking about the season yesterday and said Will Max win his fifth straight title, uh, and or will Lewis win his eighth title in the Ferrari? I think Max has a better chance at winning his fifth in a row, and the reason I say Max has a better chance at winning his fifth in a row over Lewis is only because from everything Ferrari has put out and from everything we've seen from Ferrari this off season is they're basically they've got a new concept of a car, and so or a new car going into this season, which is not really the way they probably should have gone going into this season, especially knowing next season we're going to have the regulations reset. I don't know if that's necessarily true. Who do I have winning tonight? So this race is in the wet weather, and if sorry, let me go back to the other question real quick, and then I'll hit yours, George. Um, I would say that Max has a better chance of winning five straight before Lewis wins his eighth with Ferrari, just based on what Ferrari has done this offseason. Just Ferrari, I think, really set themselves far further back with putting kind of new concepts onto the car this season. So I think Max has a better chance. As far as Lewis is not going. I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong. Ewood says Lewis isn't going to win his eighth title because Lewis can't drive since he had COVID. I don't. I'm going to disagree with that. I think he's shown he can drive. I think there's a lot of other circumstances as to why he possibly wouldn't win his eighth. And then George Franklin, who do I have winning tonight? So I was getting into it. This is a wet weather race. This is going to be if there's one guy that we know can race in the wet, it is Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen is almost a god in wet weather. Like he just, I mean, does amazing work in the wet weather. Um, I've got Max Verstappen winning today. I've got Lando Norris finishing second, and I've got Lewis Hamilton finishing third. If and what I plan on, what I'm trying to do is I put out a predictions video before about middle of the week about who I think is gonna do well in the race weekend. Teams that I'm looking out for. He would, yes, he can drive, but not on the level that he used to drive. Flowing every corner, just yeah, okay. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, Max is a dog this year. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, Max is quite the underdog this year going into the season. Everybody is picking Lando Norris, and I have. If you guys go back and watch a prior video, um, I've predicted that Lando Norris wins the championship this season. Um, I wouldn't disagree with that. He's fighting from an underdog position. Nobody believes Red Bull's got the chance to, get him his fifth straight title. Ewood, what about Piastri's home advantage? I think it's a decent home track advantage. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be the thing that's going to put him over the top today. I think Piastri gets a good top 5 out of today. I think he may get into a little bit of trouble off the start. Potentially, make a little bit of contact. Um, Nothing too major, but I think he's at least got a top 5 today, which is a good start to the season, especially only being race one of the season. I think a top 5 is a good finish. I know McLaren will look at it as a failure for the race, not finishing, 1-2 with Lando Norris. But like I said, I don't think Lando is going to win today. I think if it's a full wet weather race the entire time, Max wins it. But great questions. Great questions, Iwu, George, Matt. Great questions, all of you guys. Like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We're up to 874 subscribers now. We've gained a subscriber since starting this. Ewood, Norris is good, but he doesn't have got the winner's hunger. I have high hope for Piastri over Norris. I'm Dutch, so I also hope for Max. Yeah, no, and that's understandable. I think that's going to be the biggest key this year. Is did Norris's it, was Norris able to kind of change his mindset over the winter break, and was he able to kind of change the way he in his mind races? Because I think that's going to be the biggest key for him is he going to be able to be a dog out on that track, and is he going to be able to be the guy that really takes it to Max this season and doesn't let him push him around like he did last season? George Franklin says, "Let's go, Max. I'll be tuned in tonight and all season." Yeah. So, guys, I do these every race weekend. Obviously, there'll be some race weekends where the races just happen way too late for me to start. Obviously, I have a family. I have a child who sleeps just a couple rooms from my office. So I've tried to soundproof the office as much as I can so he can't hear me, but I also do have to be careful that I don't wake a child up either. Um, Excuse me. All right. So we are now 14 minutes from race time. Now they're showing Williams. This is a team we've now got to really look out for. Ooh, Ewood, great question. How many years do you think Cadillac is going to be a serious is it going to take for Cadillac to be a serious contender? Had it been Michael Andretti running basically the Cadillac program, I would have said it wouldn't take long. It's going to depend on their leadership. I think it really depends on who they bring in um, as their, kind of team principal and kind of the leader. I would say I don't know if they're going to become a serious contender in the 2026 set of regulations. I If I'm being totally honest, I don't know. And I think a lot of it depends too on who they go get as their drivers. And I'll be doing a video on that fairly soon, talking about all the potential drivers that Cadillac could bring in to the two race seats that they'll have in 2026. But I think a lot of it depends on who they bring in as drivers, and I think it'll depend on who they bring in as their team principal as well. Question from that guy, Big Matt. What do you think about Kick Sauber rebranding to Audi next year? So it's not just a rebrand; it's a total like takeover of Audi. And the thing is, and I think this is the one thing that we've heard a lot of whispers about in this off season is Audi's engine going to be up to the fight with all these other engine manufacturers? You've got the likes of Ferrari, who always put together a great engine package when it comes to regulations. Mercedes gonna put out a solid engine. Um, you've got Honda coming back into the sport. Honda, we've seen what they've been able to do with Red Bull. Um, I Yeah, you would. Yeah, from everything that we've heard so far with them. All the teams building that 2026 engine. We've heard that Audi's engine is god awful. Um, so that's got to be a big concern. I think I'm excited to see a team like Audi on the grid because we've heard for so long that Audi wanted to join Formula One, and we had always heard the rumors, and we'd always heard the rumblings that Audi was going to get in, and it kept never happening and never happening, and then finally now it happens with Audi basically buying over Kick, and I just I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see Audi on the grid next season as a full-fledged team and basically engine supplier. They asked Karun Shandok who they thought was going to win the race, and he goes, "The easy pick would be Max Verstappen, so I'm going to go Oscar Piastri." I think he wanted to get out of the country without getting a earful from the fans. All wonderful questions. I am thrilled to see the questions that we've seen, that I've seen in the chat. So this is with it being the 2025 season, seeing the chat pop off like this is fantastic. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Make sure you guys share out the stream if you guys can. I know it's late at night in a lot of places, especially here in the United States. So I know there's not a lot of people watching this race late, except for me and Matt, because Matt's in West Virginia. Let's see, Ewood. I was angry last year and I stopped my F1 TV subscription. And I put out a TikTok and I put out a YouTube short on this, and I it was a little frustrating yesterday to listen to some of uh the bias that goes on Sky Sports. Um, Especially with Oliver Bierman. Ollie Bierman crashes out practice one, basically gets no running on day one. Into day two, start of practice three, he crashes again. And Martin Brundle and the Sky Sports crew literally blamed everybody but Oliver Bierman and blamed Haas because they didn't do any qualifying runs during testing, and so they thought that hampered Oliver Bierman, and I thought that was such a joke, and I was like, that to me screams British bias, and it bothers me. And that's why I said, because in the United States, ESPN is no longer going to have, after the season, ESPN will no longer have the rights to F1 races. So it's down to Amazon Prime, Netflix, NBC, and maybe some others may be tossed in there about who will carry Formula One next season. And I said, whoever gets it, we need an American broadcast crew, at least on our side. It's something that needs to be done. Um, Sometimes you know what, I would almost honestly go over to the F1 TV and pick back up your subscription and listen to the world feed because I will say that Alex Jakes does a really good job. I've never really had a problem with him. I know when James Hinchcliffe gets on the broadcast, he does a pretty good job. So it may not be totally not worth it to have it because those guys do a good job. So let's see. How much time do we have left? We have 6 minutes left. It's sometimes so sad. Brundle is still so frustrated with Senna and Schumacher, and that is why he's so angry with Max. Yeah, I could see that. He kind of looks at Max and as kind of one of those guys. I'm going back. Radcliffe is amazing, by the way. Oh yeah, I'm guessing you meant Hinchcliffe, Ewood. If that's who you meant, yeah, I totally agree. Hinchcliffe's one. That's why IndyCar here in the United States on Fox, Hinchcliffe. They got a really good guy there, and it's really weird to see. Yeah, Hinchcliffe. Yeah, that's who you're talking about. And it's weird to not see Will Buxton on F1 broadcasts anymore. So we'll move over to this screen now. Oh, and before we get anything else started, if I see Laura Winter, I always ask myself the Game of Thrones question: Is winter coming? That is bad. Sorry. No, it's okay. It's actually pretty funny, Wood. I like that. Ah, the starting credits. At least we got the T thing from George Russell again this season. I know you can't see my full arms because I've kind of cut off some of the. Oh, also, before we get too much further into this, I've got to thank on YouTube Chris KR1S. Go look him up on YouTube. He yeah, it's pretty dang close. Now think what the weather is in Australia right now, just pouring down rain into summer for them. Um, Back to KR1S. Um, Kind of put me on the map last season. He puts together race reactions from all like F1 YouTubers that do live reactions to the races, and so I've really got to thank him for what he's kind of done for me, um, and kind of put me where my channel is at today, which is 126 away from 1,000. What the hell? That was one of the weirdest. Cause now, cause I've got to update now. That's why. There we go. For some odd, that was weird. My ESPN Plus subscription was acting weird there. All right, so grid Bierman starting from pit lane, Ocon 19th. Wow, these graphics look amazing. Wow. I wish I could show you guys the graphics they've got this year. They look really nice. I like this. All right. All right, so here we go. We are about a minute or so away from them taking off the grid. Well, my system is showing that Stroll is the only one on wets right now. Everybody else is on intermediates. Unless that's just, yeah, okay. Sounds like everybody is on the intermediate tires. And we will not, the safety car has left the grid, so it sounds like we will not be getting a safety car start. Getting ready to take off of the grid. 15 seconds to formation lap. All right, here we go. First formation lap of 2025. So cool we're getting so cool we're going to get a wet race, the first race of the year. Whether it dries up or not, we don't know. But at least it's going to start off wet. Yeah, Stroll is showing on the computers, on their computers, that he's on the wets. Ooh! Is that Isaac Hadjar is already spun? Isaac Hadjar spins out on the formation lap. Let's. Ooh! Why would you be trying to warm up your tires in a corner? Yep, Isaac Hadjar broke his rear wing. We're going to get a delayed start here. Rookies are allowed. Thank you, Ewood. Yep. They're going to the grid, but there's no way they're starting this. Yep, aborted start. Aborted start. Engine off, yeah, so they're telling them to turn the engines off. God, Isaac has got to be kicking himself to start it off the season. Congratulations. First non finisher of the F1 season. Man, he really. Jesus, Isaac. Now, does this give a chance? Because I would imagine that they may change the tires on Lance Stroll's car because they started him on the wet. At least they showed him on the wets. Oh nope! Now the computer has fixed it. Now they've got him showing on intermediates. It did. Like it was just it's such a weird spot to like gun it there. I don't understand what he was like. You wait to get on the straight before you start trying to warm up your tires a little bit more. Okay, 10.5 minutes. We're going to get another formation lap. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to switch over to another screen. It's just going to be the timing screen. Actually, we'll go back over to this so you guys can see your chat. Let me take a quick little break here, real quick, as all the drivers are doing the exact same thing. So let me use restroom real quick, and then we'll get back. We'll get back into this. So just stick with me. I promise I will. Here, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Okay, I will be right back. All right, we're back. Okay, we are back. We are going to be starting. They will do a formation lap in 5 minutes time. As we've gained another subscriber, we're up to 875. Don't be afraid to send those super chats in as well. It would really help my channel out immensely if you guys support the channel by super chatting. Leclerc, in 7 minutes, we expect Class 1 rain lasting for 5 minutes. Then there will be a 5 minute gap, then 10 minutes of Class 1 rain again. So I'm going to guess maybe Class 1 is like like a light rain. Man, it is windy as hell there in Australia, though. Yeah, drizzle. Okay, so I was exactly right. So basically, class one rain would be drizzle. So the track will get wet again for about 5 or 7 or so minutes, and then they'll get a gap, and then 10 more minutes of drizzle. I figured that Lance was going to change his tires to the intermediates. There we go. So we're switched over to our timing screen as should be taking off here in just about 2 minutes. So now just waiting is Stefano Domenicali. That was weird. He was coming out of the Racing Bulls garage. I'm wondering if maybe he was just checking on Isaac Hadjar, maybe. Just listening to the broadcast right now, seeing if there's any other new news as we're just about ready So we should be getting ready to take off here in just a moment for another formation lap. So that should take one lap off the board. I was going to say intermediate should be the tire now that everybody goes to. Antonelli starting 16th. What a horrible qualifying session from him. All right, here we go. Back on another formation lap. So we should lose one lap now. Hopefully nobody else will bin it on this lap. God, look at all the leaves and stuff on the track. All that wind today has just... Yep. If you guys are just joining and missed out, Isaac Hadjar crashed on the formation lap coming out of turn one, spun his car, and basically broke his rear wing. So he is out of the race. So we only have 19 cars now starting this race. All right, here we go. We're going to start lining them up. All right, here we go. As everybody lines up on the grid, there's Alex. Yeah, that's a weird rule that I did not know about this season. So now anybody that starts in the pit lane does it can is allowed to do the formation lap. All right, here we go. Last car getting up on the grid. Green flag is waving, so they're going to start the 5 red lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we're underway. Lando Norris with a good start, Oscar with a good start, and Max with an amazing start. But Lando getting his elbows out. Great job. Great job, Lando, there. But Max gets around. Looks like Max got around Oscar, though. Max up into second place already. Oscar didn't look like he had a really good start there. Max, again, just a master in the rain. Looks like one of the Ferraris have now gotten up into the top five. Ooh! Jack Doohan's out. Yellow flag safety car is going to come out. Wow. What the hell happened there? Jack Doohan crashes out. Two rookies out on the within the first lap of the race. Can't wait to see the replay here of what happened to Doohan. Nobody'll pit here. Let's see, here's what happened to Doohan. Ooh, just got squirrely. Just got on the gas and the back end just went on its own. Wow. Signs is pitted. Oh, Signs is out. What the hell happened there? What is going on? Signs is out. What happened here? Oh my god. It's just the back end just went. Did he say a massive torque surge? Another guy Signs is now out. Jesus Christ, 3 racers out in the first 2 laps. What is going on? Safety car through the pit lane, yeah, because in that last corner is where Signs is. Wow, what an opening 2 laps of the Grand Prix. Did Signs hit the wall? Tire look bro? Yeah, so he basically did the exact same thing that literally everybody else has done so far. They lose the back end all of a sudden. His radio message is that he felt like he had a torque surge. And so he may have like hit the gas and the back end just went. Like it was weird. Yeah, too much power. Yeah. That's exactly right. Leclerc radio. The track is drying up quick. Yeah, but it's still going to be greasy though. Oh yeah, I guess he did. I guess Norris did a good job though coming across there and making that move early enough that he basically slowed down Max, but then Oscar gets a really bad exit out of turn 1 into turn 2. Yeah, this restart is going to be sweet, yeah, under the safety car. Yeah, like I said, Lando did a good job. Not Norris, his strong point, and Piastri. Verstappen will be quick, yeah. Norris is going to have to do a really good job of and Russell wants to as well. Yeah, Russell's in this mix now too. Here's Jack's spin. Just back end just goes. Wow. Jeez. What a way to start off the F1 season. Yeah, you can hear and that may have just been the spin. You could hear that little bit of extra wind up in the engine right as he spins it. Williams is like, I thought we left this in left this in 2024. Why are we still doing this in 2025? Man, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen the red flag. Yeah, thank you very much. I had water go down the wrong pipe. I appreciate that though, Edwu. Oh man. Wow, Hulkenberg had a really good start too. Yeah, he's up. Hulkenberg was starting 17th and he's up to 12th now. Antonelli on the radio. So one of the things that the drivers are starting to find out is that the white lines, even on the track, are really quite greasy and have a hard time gripping. I am really surprised that they have not thrown the red flag on this. Looks like Haas may be setting up for a pit stop there. Red flag won't have cars driving and driving cars. Yeah, that will dry up the track. Putting on a new set of intermediates. So far, I got six people watching. Make sure you hit that like button, and if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We're 125 away from 1,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. And if you guys can support the channel as well, if you guys want to send a super chat, it would be greatly helpful uh, to me and the channel. It helps upgrade equipment. It helps upgrade cameras that I use for our live streams. So if you guys want to support by sending in a super chat, it would help out immensely. And if we hit 5 super chats of $5 or more, I will stay on an extra hour uh, and do a live Q&A after the race is over. Okay, so now back onto the regular straight on the track. No more pit lane. Yeah, but if it starts raining again, why? Here's Piastri's start again. Really good start by Piastri. He just didn't get a good exit out of turn one though here. He hit the painted curb and just spun it, and Max just it's amazing how much grip Max has in the rain. Like it just seems like Max is in another like has got a different set of tires on compared to everybody else. Man, Lewis had a really good start there, and he ooh. Safety car doesn't look to be coming in this lap. Yep. Martin Brundle just said it. Safety cars breed safety cars in Formula One. Okay, safety car will be ending this lap, so safety car will be back in at the end of this lap. Norris on the radio. They're asking him how the track is, and he says it's not bad. There's certain parts in the last sector that still seem kind of slick. All right, here we go. Lando's in charge of the field now, so let's see what Lando can do here. Lando Norris went really soon. Nobody was really close there. Holly Bierman sets the fastest lap. Jesus Christ. Lando Norris doing a good job just pulling enough of a gap to Max. Ooh, Alonso been noted for a safety car infringement. Piastri almost right on the back end of Verstappen now. Verstappen's now a second behind Norris. Hey, we got one racing lap this season so far. All right. They are so spaced out, though, right now. Lonzo's being investigated for a safety car infringement. Who has? Sonoda incident, safety car infringement as well has been noted. They're talking about the tires maybe starting to overheat as Leclerc is already starting to go offline to get water onto those tires to keep them cool. Yep, Sonoda's now under investigation for a safety car infringement. So what was the infringement that they made? Oh, my timing screen has frozen. I wondered why my timing screen was not updating. So we're resetting it here real quick, so hold on. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. They've got some. Ooh, leaving more than 10 car lengths? Lando Norris now pulls out 1.2 on Verstappen. Yeah, that track looks to be drying quite well. Ooh, Verstappen now having to go offline to cool his tires. Top three have now pulled several seconds on Russell. Leclerc radio. Main tire to cool down his front left. Too much information. You can leave me in a bit more. Jeez. Ooh. DRS has been enabled. Yeah, Piastri's right on the back end of Max here. There's a nice dry line starting to form there in that last sector. Piastri had DRS there. Yep, there is a dry line even in sector 1 there. Hamilton radio. Let me know where I'm slow, struggling with drivability. The car is snappy. Man, Max still getting squirrely out of the start of that third sector there. Norris radio. In 6 laps time, there's possibly 1 lap of Class 1 rain. General rain risk is increasing. Piastri is in half a second so far. Just can't get close enough. Max getting a little wide there. Hamilton radio again. You can use K1 when you're close. Antonelli up into 12th position. We didn't get to see that pass. Nice pass by Kimi there. Nice pass. Max has got DRS. Oscar's got DRS. Really dry line going through sector 3 there. Ted Kravitz letting us know the rain's falling. Ooh, Hulkenberg got back around Antonelli. Ooh, Kimi almost spun it out of the race. Alonso's starting to make headway on. Ooh, Piastri's getting closer and closer to Max here. Max getting a little squirrely off that corner. Oh, Max goes deep. Max goes deep, and now it's a. Oh my God! Max goes deep. I think Max's tires may be going off. Piastri up into second place, though. McLaren 1-2 now. Let's see what he does here. Yep, just went a little too deep there. Man, Max is lucky he didn't end up in the gravel there. So Kimi gets back up into 12th. Hamilton's now been noted for a safety car infringement. Albon is too. Albon and Hamilton are both now under investigation. But now Hamilton's right on Albon's back end. Jesus Christ. Weather's going to start clearing in 10 minutes if you can hold on. And now Albon and Hamilton are both now under investigation. Wow. Verstappen's dropped almost 5 seconds. No further action for Fernando. And Lawson finally got around Ocon. So now Haas are the worst team on the grid right now. Lovely. No further action for Albon on the safety car infringement. And apparently there's no further. Okay, so no further action to any of those cars that were under the safety car infringement investigation. Norris Radio. Norris being told if there's a safety car that they wouldn't change the tires unless it rains more. So that 21 of 57, not a whole lot of movement going on as everybody's spaced out, but Max, his tires have gone off. Hamilton's now right on the back end of Albon. Fernando's trying to chase down Gasly. Piastri radio, this rain will stop in 3 laps. Yeah, it looks like it's still drizzling pretty good. I'm surprised that they've kept the DRS going. Lewis is just, man, if Lewis were just a little bit closer, he'd be able to pull off this pass. Hamilton radio. Lost gear sync. Okay, I'm going to take a quick little bathroom break here while we're still kind of figuring out what this weather's going to do. So hold on just a moment, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. There we go. I was gonna say they almost look like they're slick tires now. Hamilton's going. Hamilton. Ooh. What a great reminder there. Is there a leakage? A leakage of what? Ooh. Let's add that to the words of wisdom. Jesus Christ. Sounds like the drinks water that they have in the car is leaking. Verstappen's already 11 seconds back of Piastri. Yeah, Verstappen's 12, almost 13 seconds behind. Just looking at the timing screen to see. Everybody is so spaced out right now. Yeah, Verstappen. Man, Piastri is almost 1.2 seconds faster than Verstappen right now. Man. Talk, Ted Kravitz and all of them are talking about why they haven't pitted Max for a new set of intermediates. At least give him a shot here. Halfway through the race, Hamilton's radio. There's Carlos Sainz. Antonelli now is caught up to the back end of Alonso. Antonelli's having a really good race today. Antonelli's doing really good in the wet right now. Now Piastri's within a second of Lando. Both the Haas's are getting ready to get lapped by the McLarens. Lovely. Hopefully the McLarens are smart about this. I can't wait to see if we hear that radio message of them telling Piastri to stay behind. Piastri radio. Hold position. Jesus, yeah, Max is now 16 seconds behind this group. We're getting close to the crossover point here. Because they said about the 125s would be pretty close to the crossover point. Hamilton radio. Try to hold try to hold the K1 just for practice. I know it's difficult. Yeah, K1's got to be overtake for Hamilton. He's just not close enough to Albon. He's now 1.5 behind Albon. Ooh! Piastri almost went off there. They missed that. Piastri lost it. Looked like in that turn 6-7 chicane there, the one that Russell crashed in last year. He almost lost it. Now they're going to show it. They're going to show the replay of Oscar and why he lost so much time. Into the gravel and almost lost it. That should free up Norris now to kind of relax a little bit. God, this whole field is so spaced out. Huh, weird. Lawson only up to 15th now. Told Oscar he's free to race and you know the rules. God, this whole field is so spaced out. Jesus. Oh, Fernando's out. Safety car. Safety car as Alonso's out. Spins it. Norris has been told to box. Hamilton, nice pit stop there. Verstappen being told to box. Onto a set of hards. I think everybody's going to hards now. Ooh, mediums for Verstappen. Leclerc into the pits. Looks like Leclerc onto a set of hards. Why is Haas not pit? Why is Haas not pit yet? They're the only ones on intermediate still. Max never has 1, 2, and isn't because his teammates are that bad. The car is a P15 car. Yeah. Let's see what happened here. Ooh! Little spike in power there right before he spun the back end. Just caught the white paint like everybody else has today. Man. Yeah, I was going to say that was almost Oscar Piastri 2 laps ago. Wow. So this resets everything. Yep, that looks like that's going to be an unsafe release on Gabriel Bortoleto. I wonder what. Figure out what the hell the Haas's are doing. They're still on intermediates while everybody else is on mediums and hards. What are they doing? Ooh. Given everything that's happened in Melbourne so far, not confident that that's only going to last a lap. Norris Radio. Let's see. Running order right now. Norris is in first. Piastri second. Verstappen third. Russell fourth. Leclerc fifth. Sonoda sixth. Albon seventh. Hamilton eighth. Gasly ninth. Antonelli 10th. Stroll 11th. Hulkenberg 12th. Bortoletto 13th. Ocon 14th. Bierman 15th. And Lawson 16th. Why have we not? Come on, let's let the lapped cars by. There's Jack Doohan. Jesus Christ, this is taking forever. Lapped cars may now overtake. Okay. God, those clouds look so dark. Okay, so they're gonna put. Bortoletto and Lawson under investigation for unsafe release. Or, well, that's the Bortoletto. Yeah, what I don't know what Bierman was doing there. That was such a weird. Norris went again really early. Norris, great start. 16 laps to go. Antonelli up, yeah, Antonelli, and up to the points. Leclerc in 3 laps, Class 3 rain expected, lasting for 2 laps. Oh, please, please, please let it. Ooh, rain in 4 minutes. Okay, DRS is enabled. Hopefully this hopefully this rain is like the Malaysia kind of rain that we have ever seen in the past. Like those are always fun times. Norris radio. God, it's so dark on that part of the track there. Antonelli radio. Sonoda passed Leclerc. Gabriel Bortoletto with a 5-second time penalty. Starting to rain. Ooh, Sonoda locks it up. Leclerc's right on his rear end. Albon's on his rear end. Hamilton's on his rear end. They're line to stern. Russell radio. Here comes Leclerc. Ooh, he. Ooh, The rain is here. Piastri's out. Oh my God. Oh my God. God. Sonoda's in this. Sonoda's up in the second. Wow. Piastri got the car moving again. Sonoda must have been off. Verstappen's being told to stay out. Wow. Verstappen being told to stay out. Hamilton up into second, baby. They're telling him to stay out. Ooh. Oh, look at that rain come down. One of the kicks is off track. Ooh, lost him into the barriers. Lawson's out. Bortoletto's out. Wow. Holy shit. Lawson's out. Bortoletto may be out. All the rain right there. Jeez. Piastri just goes sliding wave. Ooh. God, 6 cars out of this race. What the hell is going on? Antonelli is up in the fifth. God, and Hulkenberg is going to get points for Kick Sauber in seventh right now. Oh. God, every rookie today has had that exact same spin. That that suspension looked broken. And that's what happened to Hadjar. Right in front of Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg lucky again to skate by without taking that. That was the lap before the two crashes happened. Hamilton radio. Hamilton is pissed. And there was Oscar Piastri getting around Leclerc, but he was already on. It's 8 laps to go. The lapped car of Piastri may overtake now. Oh, no, sorry, that wasn't Piastri. That's Bierman. Potentially. Potentially. Let's not give Hulkenberg the points yet because there's still 8 laps to go. 7 after this lap. There was Leclerc's spin. Yeah, Bortoletto's back right suspension broke before he hit the wall. Jesus. Safety car's going to be ending here shortly. Guys, if you are new to the channel and you guys are watching the last couple laps, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. And if you guys would like to support the channel also, send a super chat. I'll read it. I'll read it on air. There we go. Nice start by Lando there. 6 laps to go. Come on, Russell, make an attack on Verstappen here. So top three breaking away as Albon's now 3 seconds behind them. Ooh, Leclerc almost breaking the end plate on Hamilton's. Antonelli's got to be the driver of the day to come back from where he was. If Piastri can still somehow score a point here, this would be fantastic for him. Jeez, Leclerc just whoop. Norris has done a really good job on the pull away here. And Gasly and Hamilton will get by him. Oscar Piastri right on the back end of Gasly here. DRS is enabled. Piastri had to back out. Here comes Kimi on Alex. He's right on his back end now. Piastri makes the move. Nice move on Gasly. Now Gasly out of the points. Jeez. Nice job. Nice pass with Hamilton there. Ooh, Verstappen now within 8 tenths with 2 laps to go. Here we go. Norris radio. Verstappen has DRS. The pace is in the car. Do not overpush it. Good exit there from Norris. Antonelli gets by Albon. Oh no. Here we go. Last lap. 7 tenths the lead for Norris. Here we go. Couple more DRS zones to go for Verstappen. Is he going to take a shot at it? Good job. Good exit through there, through 4. Here we go. 6 tenths going into that third DRS zone. Verstappen getting closer. Nothing there. Five-second time penalty for Antonelli. Piastri up in the 9th. Lando Norris is going to win the Australian Grand Prix. Congratulations, Lando. What a great job by Antonelli and Russell at Mercedes. Lance Stroll with a 6th place, Hulkenberg 7th, Leclerc 8th, Piastri 9th, Hamilton 10th. Wow, what a job by Norris. Norris did it. Norris really did a magnificent job today. Great job by Norris there. Yeah, nice. Yeah, thank you. Nice race. Thank you very much. Wow. Great job, Lando. What? Ooh, here's the pass from Piastri on Lewis. Ooh. Nice move, Oscar, there. Great job by Oscar there to pick up ninth place. So there is your podium position. Lando Norris finishing first, Max Verstappen second, and George Russell third. What a race in Australia. Tons of freaking excitement today. Tons of freaking excitement. That was absolutely stellar racing. Guys, thank you so much for joining me for this race. We do this every Formula One race weekend, so join us for the Chinese Grand Prix. Actually, let me look real quick before we end the stream. The Chinese Grand Prix. So let's see. Chinese Grand Prix will be coming up March 21st through the 23rd. So we'll have that next weekend. I'll let you guys know if that's going to if I'm going to be doing the live stream on that race. I'll let you guys know as the week progresses. If you guys are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button as well, guys. Thank you so much for watching this live reaction video with me, guys. For the American F1 fan, I'm Eric Ringle, signing off.